Campbell Soup has been around since 1869. We're a $7.8 billion global food manufacturer. We're in 70 countries around the world. New Jersey is our birthplace, in Camden. It's still our headquarters location. In New Jersey, we have about 1,500 employees. Our world headquarters in Camden is home to about 1,200. We have a finance shop in Cherry Hill. We have a bread manufacturing plant in New Brunswick, and also have a small spice manufacturing plant in South Plainfield. In our company, we use the BIPAC and Prosperity process to establish a separate standalone website. We then use the link to that website once we help populate it with emails that go to all of our employees, not just the leaders in the company, but everybody, that says, election day is coming up. If you're not registered, here's where you go, the one website, not just to register, but if you have to vote early by mail, how to apply for a application or how to apply for that ballot to do that. But also, what's great about the website is if an employee says, well, what are the issues that are important to my company and my job? I mean, what's happened in Trenton or what's happened in Washington that affects how we do our job? What are the top issues? Now, at my company, we're pretty good about helping educate people on that, but we don't cover all the issues. The Prosperity website is a terrific spot to go to and just get really quick, very concise, very succinct information to know what's come up, who sponsored the legislation, what impacts our company, what impacts our customers. So, for example, in my business, our food retailers are really important to us. If the issue affects them, it affects us. So we can help weigh that as well into our thinking. But it's a great way to really educate and help mobilize our employees. It's important that we don't tell employees how to vote. We don't tell employees what party to belong to. That's not what this is about. It's nonpartisan, it's very bipartisan. Our role is simply to educate our employees on the issues and let them make their most informed judgment. We believe that our company, it's important to engage all of our employees because, frankly, they want to be engaged. In fact, I'll tell you something that we learned at Campbell a long time ago. If you want to win in the marketplace as a company, you have to win in the workplace first. Part of winning in the workplace is engaging your employees on issues that matter to your company and therefore matter to them. Studies show that employees want to know about the issues that affect their employer. And so we feel it's an obligation and a responsibility at Campbell Soup Company to make sure our employees have access to the best information about the policies or issues, state or federal, that impact their company and therefore their job. Absolutely. When our employees actually do engage, they go to the website, they get registered, they see how easy it is, or they'll go as far as submit a letter or an email to a federal agency or a state agency. They get the letter back from their senator or the congressman. They feel empowered. And they may say, oh, this is not hard to do. And they actually feel more enlightened. They feel more confident as an individual. They feel more tuned into what's happening in their neighborhood and their state. Now, I think it inspires them to be more engaged beyond that point. Yes, we had great success just this year on an issue involving some federal guidelines on food advertising that we found very onerous for our company. What we did was we took the issue, we did a staff briefing for employees, but more importantly, we turned right around and did an email saying, if you agree with us, this is an important issue, and you'd like to engage on this issue, here's a link to a website. It was our BIPAC P2 website. Here's a letter you can send. Click the button. It'll go automatically to your congressman, your U.S. senator, but it'll also go to the Federal Trade Commission. And that way you can file comments on our behalf. And the response was phenomenal. We had over 284 letters sent by not just Campbell employees, but by Campbell suppliers on this one issue on our behalf. And in fact, no other company sent as many comments as we did on that issue because of these tools and this process. What we do is, like right now, we're in the midst of the election process for New Jersey, so we send out an email to every single one of our New Jersey employees, anybody who has a residence in the state. And we provide them information, say we have a deadline coming up. The deadline for being a registered voter is this date. The deadline for requesting an absentee ballot or voting by mail is on this date. You can go to this link, this website, and all you need from your form to register, finding out who your state senator, state reps are, but also where the issues are. So we make it really easy for employees to go to a one-stop shop via the P2 process to know where to register and where to get information they need. In some cases, our employees don't even know who their assembly people or their senators are. This allows them to find out really well by just plugging in their zip code. So it's a great tool, very easy tool. In this time-pressed environment where it's so hard to get your employees to focus on things besides their jobs or their families or their lives, this makes it so easy for them to be plugged in quickly and feel comfortable being engaged in the political process. I will tell you that at my company, we've had a long history and long culture of just not being very engaged. We just kind of would cover our eyes and hope the governments would go away and leave us alone. We've learned painfully it's not the way it works. They're not going to go away. And if you don't engage, they're going to engage you in ways you might not like. It took a long time. I will tell you that I've been in my position for 9 years at Campbell, and I've always wanted to make a program like this happen. It's now in place. It takes time to build the culture. It takes small steps, but you got to start somewhere. And when you carefully choose the issues in which you engage, you get your employees communicated to, you show them how, and make it easy for them to be engaged in the process, then it really begins to grow and mushroom. My company is a great example. It can work. We're not anywhere near yet where we really want to be in long range, but we're well on our way. The trend line is established, and that's what's really important here.